First off, smash that like button out like it was nobody's business. Don't break your phone screen. Leave a message down below in the comment section, even if it's just the letter A, whatever it is. I appreciate it. You guys have a superb day. To start that off, I'm about to speak on some footage I saw that went down in Tabasco of some tourists that are actually stopped and interrogated. I don't know if you call that. They're actually really nice to them, I'll be honest. And I'm usually really hard on the cartels when it comes to stuff with tourists and things like that. But these guys were really respectful. If anyone's got the original footage and would send it to me, please do. I'll put it up. With that being said, this is interesting because I kind of analyzed it for you guys. A lot of it's in Spanish between the SIcarios talking, and I'll let you guys know what's basically said. Now, they stopped this car, which actually happens to be a pair of men that actually look to be partners, or I'm not sure exactly what the term is. I'm not really into or knowledgeable on naming things correctly, but they look to be like a pair, like a couple, and they were both terrified. Now the sicarios get out. You can see their arms. Looks like with AR-15s. They stop them. They ask them who they are, and they pretty soon find out they don't speak Spanish, and they're terrified. So much so, one of them's asking if it's all right for him to take medicine. The other one's like, "Yeah, take your medicine. Take your medicine." And they try to give him his medicine, which I assume is anti-anxiety medicine. But the sicarios are telling him, "No problem, no problem," like telling him it's okay, and they keep telling him it's okay. You can even hear one of them walk over and kind of pat him on the side. And it's like, "No, dude, there's no problem." He tries to explain to him in Spanish that he was working in Las Vegas for 4 years, and that's why he knows a little bit of English, and that they're gonna let him go and not to worry. But the sicario does make him promise that they won't come back into that area again because it's very dangerous. He told him, he's like, "I don't want to see you guys here again." In the other one, the other guy's pair or whatever, was just like, "Please don't kill me, don't kill me." And I felt sorry for the guy. I'm not gonna lie. You can just tell he's terrified. And in fact, when it all first started, he was trying to tell the one who was driving to run, go, 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 go. And thank God he didn't, because it turned out the reason they stopped him is that there had been a car with a similar description reported several days before heating up their plaza, just causing damage, trying to make the government come in and cause problems for their rivals. Now, when they saw this car that looked just the same, they went to go stop it. If they would have run after cutting them off and wouldn't have been able to identify them right away, it would have been very probable they would have shot up the car. Now, luckily that didn't happen. He didn't run or anything. He just put their hands up and they were identified really quick. People were super friendly, didn't even take them out of the car, which says a lot. And these guys are lucky that they ran into some people who are actually respectful. They didn't rob them, they didn't even ask for a penny. Like I said, they didn't get them out of the car, they just sent them on their way and made them promise not to come around there anymore. So they're very fortunate that they ran into good people, and those are good people, whatever you want to say. If they find tourists on a road out in the middle of nowhere where there's no legal repercussions for anything they're going to do, they could kill you, bury you, no one would ever know about it. And they know that. They're not dumb. This is their turf. So for them to stop them, find out that they're lost, basically, give them directions, kind of try to tell them to turn around and make them promise not to come back there again for their own good, they're not bad people. They might be involved in organized crime, but they're not killing innocent people, at least. And that's the problem we have right now in Mexico. Why tourists don't want to come here because they don't feel safe. Most of these groups, like the Zetas and people like that, they put taxes on people, they hurt them. And this was kind of reassuring to see something that wasn't negative about organized crime on tourists and people coming here, because that's all we see and that's all we hear. And unfortunately, that's becoming more and more common, like that shootout that was in Cancun on the beach the other day. That was just completely insane between the Sinaloa proxy group and the Cartel Jalisco proxy group that are fighting over the area. Like, people don't want to even be exposed to that on vacation ever, not even be in the same city where it's going on. When I say exposed to it, not like directly. And, they're trying to come to relax, to get away from the normal life. They're not coming to get stressed out and scared. So hopefully all the groups here would take note on how it used to be ran here in Mexico, just for everyone else's good as far as the economy. If tourists would start coming back, that money gets filtered all throughout society and helps everyone, from the people at the restaurants, at the hotel, everywhere. And unfortunately, because of the greed of organized crime, they've taken a lot of people's income away, a lot of cities by scaring tourists away and scaring any type of investment. The only thing that happens anymore lots of times is they get replaced with local tourists, and the actual amount of income that are spent isn't even comparable. So unfortunately, these people were definitely terrified, and quickly after they went buy a ticket and left Mexico back to the United States, which I don't blame them for doing at all. But for me, as a journalist looking into it, it was reassuring to not see someone being brutal or mean or anything like that, actually trying to help someone, even if those people didn't know it because they didn't understand what the hell they were saying. Um, I don't know. It's kind of reassuring that there are still people like that. But unfortunately, that's not what's going to make the news, most of the time. We're only going to hear about the bad things that go on. So I thought I'd report on something different for a change and not always go for the most brutal, but throw some variety in there sometimes. Let me know if you guys like stories like this as well, or just let me know what you guys think. Adios, Salavela.